All right, YouTube. So you probably saw my video on the top 10 out of 10 designer fragrances. Now we go into the top 10 out of 10 niche fragrances where money doesn't matter. There are no limitations when it comes to niche fragrances because now you're going to the next level where it doesn't matter how much you spend. You just want to be able to stand out, smell unique. I got that for you guys. It's 10 out of 10 niche fragrances. You guys definitely want to watch this one. Let's get it.
I was born to be free.
You want that wow factor, you want to smell unique, you want to be the only person that smells like this in the room. These are the top 10 out of 10 niche fragrances on the market. But before we get started, guys, I would love for you guys to like, share, subscribe. Helps me, helps the algorithm, and we can network with each other. If I can help you guys smell, look, feel good, that's basically what I want to do in this channel. So let's get right into it. Set Your Boy Zay Intense by Mancera. Out of thousands and thousands of bottles that people have in their collection, they continuously gravitate towards this. You have Sicilian citruses, black currant, spices, leather, white sandalwood, Cambodian oud, jasmine, ambergris. That is so sexy. It's more of a sexy, sophisticated male that basically got his life together, working hard, career-oriented, family-oriented. It's a beautiful 10 out of 10 masterpiece, a niche fragrance that I've been rocking for a long time. The aroma is so addicting. When you pass by somebody in the street, they're going to turn their heads because this one, I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 fragrance that you want to put your nose onto. Let's go on to number 9. Number 9 is a stunner. This is Sauvage, but with a mango twist. Quesada Ambassador is one of the sexiest niche fragrances right now. This is a blast of zestiness. My gosh, ladies are going to be tripping for this one. This is your go-to Swiss Army knife secret weapon. If you want anything or you listen to any of them on the list and you don't want to spend that extra money, for like $120, you can get Quesada Ambassador. The projection is top-notch. You definitely are going to get about 10 plus hours with this fragrance. You're going to smell irresistible. Nobody else is going to smell like you. It is a mind-blowing fragrance. Number 9 on my list, Quesada. Let's go on to the next one. We have so many heavy hitters, especially in the niche world. We got to get those 10 out of 10 fragrances out of the way. Let's do it. By Montal, this is Wood and Spices. When I put my nose onto this, and I was recommended by Curly Fragrance to put this on, I was like, okay, you know what, let's check it out. Her friend that does videos where her roll her eyes behind her head, I was like, oh my God, is it really that good? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a very simple note breakdown, but when you smell it, oh my God, in the air, hypnotizing, mysterious, sandalwood, incense, agarwood, and vetiver, spicy sexiness in a bottle. You're not going to spend over $120 for this. Montal fragrances are nuclear. They're going to last you 2 days easy, no problem. Talk about a jaw-dropping fragrance. Montal Wood and Spices, top tier, top notch. Nothing in my collection smells like Montal. It is completely sexy, underrated, and I'm glad that it's underrated because I don't want everybody else to smell like me in the market. This is number 7 on the list, Montal Wood and Spices. Let's go on to number 6. This is by the Secret Collection. This is called Soul Boutique. If you pass by the guys that are selling incense in the street and they have that smell of sweet amber and smokiness, that's what you get in a bottle. You get smokiness, which transitions into that amber smooth scent, especially when it gets to the skin. If you guys ever smelled African Leather by Memo, this is definitely up that alley. Not exactly the same, but it smells a lot sexy, a lot more ambery, a lot more addictive. This is Soul Boutique by Secret Collection. All right, let's go on to the next one on the list. Now, this one I just discovered last week. I didn't know this brand existed. This is called Fig Porn by Born to Stand Out, BTSO. Korean brand, didn't know what it was, but when I discovered it, I went to one of my favorite cologne store of choice, which is Scent Bar in the Village. Oh my God, they don't harass you. It's an amazing store. They let you smell as many fragrances as you want. They give you samples. They basically walk you through the whole entire process. It's an adventure in itself. They have so many from the line that I couldn't pick one, but this one stood out the most. But when you smell the fragrances, I'm going to basically tell you right now, it competes with Xerjoff. It competes with Parfums de Marly. It's so many heavy hitters in the line. You're going to want to buy the whole collection. It's that much of a wow factor. Now, this is a yummy, yummy fragrance. Very fruity. Just like the name, Fig Porn, you have fig, pear, bergamot on the top note. In the middle note, you have peony, Turkish rose, cedar. And then in the dry down, you have a beautiful musk that gives it that zinginess to it. With a touch of vanilla that's short-lived, but is so pleasant to smell. When you combine all these notes together, oh my God. I asked the girl that was next to me, I was like, which one do you like the most out of all of them on my skin? I sprayed about 10 different ones on my arm. This one stood out. She said, this one, oh my God, you have to buy this. This is the go-to fragrance. No one's talking about this one. It's definitely gonna be hyped in the community. Listen, you heard it from here first. You're welcome. Let's go on to the next one. I can't do a list, 10 out of 10 fragrances without my favorite boozy fragrance. This is the original Straight to Heaven by Killian. Have to be 27, 28 plus, because this is a man that is basically established making 6 figures a year. This is something that you have to wear with a suit. You can't wear this with a regular dress down. You have to be dressed up to wear this. If you want this scent to basically complement how you look when you have a suit on, you wear this. This is a secret weapon, one of the sexiest fragrances I've ever put my nose onto. Whew. I would consider this as sex in a bottle. You don't want to pass up on this one. If you want a boozy, sweet, gourmand fragrance, something very smoky, you put on Straight to Heaven. Next on my list is my favorite gourmand fragrance that ever existed, that I ever put my nose onto. Now this is the Experimental Perfume Club. This is called Tonka Extraordinaire, the best hazelnut latte gourmand fragrance I've ever put my nose onto. This is the #1 gourmand fragrance in the world. It is yummy, irresistible, hands down my sexiest gourmand in my line. I will always have this in my collection. You want a girl to be into you, like into you. You want her to non-stop be all over you, on top of you. You get Tonka Extraordinaire. Let me know how it works for you. Let's go on to the next one. Herba Gold, blast of fruitiness. I get the predominantly mango, but it has so many fruits in here. I feel like this is the beefier, sexier version of Herba Pura. If you guys put your nose onto that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Another one, another heavy hitter. I always want this in my collection. Always, always, always. I didn't care if it was $1,000. This is the fragrance that you need to buy. If you love fruity, it's not just fruity, it's exotic fruits. It's those fruits that they have to go to different countries to pick up. You're not going to smell regular. When you put this on, you're going to smell very luxurious. These are exotic fruits in this. This is my sexiest fruity scent on the market. 10 out of 10. Herba Gold. Put your nose onto it. Now, if you wanted a sweeter version of Straight to Heaven, but you wanted something so addicting that she couldn't resist you, you want a cologne, a signature fragrance, more sexier than any other boozy gourmand fragrance in the world, Side Effect by Initio Parfums. Crazy. This one activates those horniness hormones in the woman, in her mind, her brain. When she smells this, you're irresistible. This is the sexiest niche fragrance when it comes to sexy, sweet, boozy, gourmand fragrance. You gotta be very, very careful, because this is beyond beast mode, is the nuclear level. When you put 4 sprays, that's all you need. 4 sprays is gonna last you 12 plus hours. I did 8. I had that entire sex hormone for the entire week. It was ridiculous. You have rum, vanilla, tobacco, cinnamon. You gotta put your nose onto this. This is wow factor. Boozy, gourmand, juiciness. Now let's get to #1 on my list. This one sets you apart from the crowd. Haltan by Parfums de Marly. The sexier, smoother, more playboy-like fragrance of Oud for Greatness by Initio Parfums, the sister brand of Parfums de Marly. Now, a lot of people are not big on oud fragrances. This is not that type of oud where it's too strong, too overpowering. It's very smooth, very sexy. It doesn't smell like you're in the Middle East, but this one you just smell like luxury. You have to dress up for this one. I smell a lot of fragrances in my collection every single morning, and this is the #1 fragrance that I go to. This is the best of the best. If you really want to be a showstopper, the one that she looks at and knows that that is the most alpha male in the room, this is very masculine, very seductive. This is a very manly scent, the best from the brand. But you have Leighton, you have Carlisle, you have a lot of ones that people overlook. All right, guys, so that is my review on my top 10 out of 10 niche fragrances that you have to put your nose onto. At least sample it if you can. Now give me your top 10 fragrances. What would you recommend that could definitely compete with this list, or 10 times better? All right, guys, till the next review, this is James from the channel Terribly Tough.